An action-packed bill here at Alexandra Palace, which kicks off with one of world boxing's brightest prospects, as hard-hitting American Austin Williams makes his second visit to the UK. And tonight, the unbeaten middleweight faces Argentina's Javier Maciel.
Really aggressive on the front foot, really controlling the distance really well. Variation, very good, working the body, following it upstairs. Very good boxing. So glad that we're seeing him back in the ring. He's obviously had his battles and he should be extremely proud of himself. But that's a lovely left hand.
Well, Maciel sunk into the ropes there, was hurt by that left hand.
5, 6, 7, 8.
He's hurt, Chris. The legs are gone. Marcus McDonald having a look. He's a very good finisher, Williams.
Whoa, whoa.
Shovels that left hand into the body.
Does look composed at times, but like I say, on the front foot, Williams really is a joy to watch. So spiteful and accurate and quick. Punches with both hands. Very, very good fighter.
Changing the levels up, working around the midsection of Maciel, going upstairs again. Williams just dropped the head off the line there and just fizzed the lead uppercut through the middle, then one to the body. Maciel takes a knee.
I think it was a straight left down the middle, Chris. Maciel was backed onto the ropes.
Can Williams now force the stoppage? Stiff left hand down the middle. Marcus McDonald having a look, puts the hands together.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I think this will be it, Chris.
7, 8. Change up.
How much point is there in this continuing?
Well, he doesn't want to know, Maciel. I'm surprised the referee didn't stop that.
I think the finish is nigh here as Emma Williams starting to let the hands go. The referee having a close look at him. It's unanswered. The shot's raining in, and it's all over. Maciel looks disappointed, but ultimately he wasn't in the fight from start to finish. He did well to go into the 6th round, but Emma Williams, really, it was a matter of time before he found the opening and put his shots together. And he did so. It was patient, it was calm, it was composed, and he didn't rush his moment.
No, he never. It was a very good performance. I think that went on one passage too long. I think the referee could have stopped it a little sooner, but it was a very good performance against a very tough opponent, Maciel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 1 minute, 2 seconds, round number 6. Referee Marcus McDonald puts a halt to the bout. Your winner and still undefeated, Austin Williams!
Well, it was clinical, it was composed, and it was a good finish from a young man.
Elly Scotley is already talking about fighting for world titles by the end of this year. So the unbeaten super bantamweight will be looking to start the new year off in style against Argentina's Granini.
Granini at the top level is an experienced opponent indeed, and this is a big statement of ambition from both Shane McGuigan, but ultimately from Elly Scotley as well, because Granini, well, she's a fast starter, she likes the trade, and she says she wants to put right the wrongs from the fight with Rachel Ball. And already Elly Scotley is in a tear up here. What a start to this fight. Granini letting her hands go. Scotley responding. No filling out process whatsoever.
Well, Granini comes straight out the traps, letting big bombs go. She believes that she's levels above. This is a real step up for Elly Scotley, but absolute fireworks at the start of this first round.
Step back, step back, step back. Jab.
Left foot counter there just as Granini stepped to her.
Using her feet well, Elly. She's taken half a step out, trying to make Granini fall short and find the counters. Good work on the rope from Granini.
She looks far closer to the fighter that we saw in 2018.
Wants a noticeable win on a record. You can see in this performance here, really winning herself onto Elly. Elly just needs to take her feet out here. Oh, good left hook from Elly Scotley, followed by right hand.
Short nose shots up beautifully, didn't she? Best shots of the fight landing from her so far in round 2. 20 seconds on the clock. And Scotley just with a mini breakthrough, just having the much better of these exchanges. Granini just pressed up against the ropes, feet a little square and open for the first time in the contest. Oh, they just don't take any time at all to heat up these women's contests, do they?
Unbelievable, what a fight, what a round. Great comeback there from Elly Scotley. Beautiful left hook.
Pressing forwards, not giving Scotley the space and time to get into a rhythm. But the Cat for the fighter has started to stand and trade with her as she does there. Lovely three-punch combination, gets through.
Yeah, she's controlling the distance nicely at the start of this 6th round, making Granini fall short and firing back with a three-shot combination. Granini again coming out so quickly at the start of the round, letting shots go head and body. She really is a handful. You see when she's inside there, she has such a good knack of shortening up the shots.
See front row, friends, stablemates, Anthony Fowler, Chris Billing-Smith in attendance. There is a mild look of concern on their faces because they know she's in a real scrap. Robbie Davis Jr. was just start to see that the marks on her face, little bits of swelling. And the Argentinian certainly is on Scotley too, but they've done a good job. Jumbo Johnson particularly on that cut over the left eye hasn't proved to be problematic as this one has progressed.
Yeah, they really do fly by the 2-minute rounds, making it very difficult to score. But she's doing the right thing now. Elly Scotley moving, she's following up that really good 7th round. Land a nice right hand over the top. The energy seems to have dropped ever so slightly from Granini. She put an awful lot in the first half of the fight.
Yeah, the legs have just slowed a little bit now. And if Scotley's conditioning is good and she can still pick and move, she may just be able to put a little bit of physical distance between them. But as I say that, Granini's digging into the body, trying to sap the energy, likewise out of Elly Scotley.
A real sustained body attack there from Granini.
It really has been a fight of youth against experience, and it's very interesting to see how you've got this at home as well. Into the 10th we go. Can somebody really stamp their mark on this contest? They go straight to battle up close.
Yeah, I don't think there can be much in this contest. You never know, it could be riding on this last round. I think Granini started the better. Elly's come on late with a nice, skillful boxing, so you just don't know. All to play for in this final round.
I think Elly really needs to make a big statement this round.
Certainly she'll feel she needs to win this round, clearing the way that Granini has made things messy, uncomfortable, but it's been effective work for all of its crudeness. And
a huge learning fight for Elly Scotley.
Yeah, definitely. She's invested well in the body, Granini. She's trying her best to slow down the movement of Elly Scotley, who's opting to trade with Granini now.
It's Granini from our commentary position who's underhooking the arm of Scotley there, and it's been that kind of fight. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other up close. I'm not sure it warranted a point deduction at this stage, but while Steve Gray is closer to the action than we are, and there's 20 seconds on the clock now. Scotley letting the hands go, trying to find some space to punch and move. Granini responds as well. Good finish from Scotley. Well, no doubt on these last 25 seconds or so.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Both judges, Lane and McDonald, score it 96-94. Mike Fitzgerald has 95-94. All for your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBA Intercontinental Super Bantamweight Champion. She is still undefeated, Elly Scotley!
Well, by the skin of her teeth, with the point deduction as well, and she raises Granini's arms aloft because she knows that was an extremely close fight.
We've also got Felix Cash, and he has a big title fight on his mind, the unbeaten middleweight. He's been out of action since an impressive British title win last April. He has international opposition tonight in the form of Russian Magomed Madidi.
Good work so far in the first couple of minutes of this opening round behind the left hand from Cash, holding his ground in the centre of the ring, trying to dominate from there. Madidi with the look of a Russian warrior. 17 contests, unbeaten, but 2 of those have ended in draws. Cash with a very impressive amateur career for the Guildford City Amateur Boxing Club. And a good left hook from Madidi. That's the punch that Andy Lee was talking about in the first round. He's timed it, and Cash goes down for the first time in his professional career. He looks composed as he stares across at Tony Sims in his corner. But this now is a setback of the kind that Cash hasn't faced yet in his professional career. Had some hairy moments against Jack Cullen, but came through them. And now Madidi is buoyed by that success and gets to work.
He's got a weapon of stone, he's got a clinch. Cash has got a clinch here. He's got to tie him up. Great work from Madidi.
And this is where the experience of not being in this position is starting to play against Cash here. He tries to cover up on the ropes.
He's got to tie him up, he's got to hold on, that's it. Madidi is nice to his corner. As if to say, I've got this.
Such smart timing from Madidi with that left hook, but he's been looking for those single shots. Nice overhand right from Cash. Is he beginning to work his way back into it?
Looks to have regained his feet. The body shot from Madidi.
Madidi so smart at slipping inside the jab. He's done that a lot during his professional career. And this is his first performance outside of his native Russia. He's boxing as though he's very much at home.
Again looks to the left hook.
Good comeback from Cash at the end of the round. Overhand right, and it's Madidi's turn to just stumble slightly, but then the Russian comes back.
Madidi is looking only for that counter now. That left hook or the big overhand right. So Felix has used his jab and then use his combinations. And once he lands his shots, get off. Move lower, exit low. You see, he's just looking for that one big shot over the top now all the time, Madidi. And there's something of the old school about Cash, you know, his style reminds us of fighters from like the 50s and the 60s, you know? The way he moves, the way he fights out of a crouch, the way he likes to hook. And he likes to jab it and hook off the jab too. Bit of a throwback fighter.
But the best of them close out nights like this, so he can't afford still to be taking any chances. We've seen the threat from Madidi earlier in the contest, and still in flashes in these latter rounds. But Cash's work in particular behind that left-hand jab. The importance of it, even when it misses, as Andy's been saying, keeping Madidi distracted, making him all the time have to toil to make an opening. Beautiful, efficient, straight shots from Cash. And this time, noticeably once again, as Madidi goes for that big left hook, the right hand of Cash is up there to guard against it. Yes, he was bitten earlier on, no longer shy, so ready to defend against that previously potent weapon of Madidi. Still the danger is there as Madidi beckons Cash forward. And Cash now with blood streaming down the left eye is floored in the final round. And suddenly the whole complexion of the contest changes inside the first half a minute of the 10th and final round. Felix Cash was in such control, but Madidi getting through with a couple of right hands virtually before the sound of the bell had left the arena. And now it's for Felix Cash to try to get himself back in control. But 2 knockdowns during the contest could be crucial as Madidi now senses he could turn this back his way.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Both judges, Kopstev and Tapper, score at 95-92. John Latham has it 94-93. All for your winner by unanimous decision. He is now the WBC International Middleweight Champion and still undefeated from Wokingham, Berkshire, England, Felix Cash!
It's the ever-popular heavyweight Johnny Fischer. We are looking forward to this one. He's shared the sparring ring with the likes of Tyson Fury, Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois, giving him experience that has seen him race to 4 knockout wins since making his debut just 12 months ago.
Again, Fischer wild and wide with that right hand, serving notice of his intentions inside the first minute. And Fischer's got a cut by the left eye. So a whole new experience for Johnny Fischer to deal with. 4 straight victories, 4 fairly routine victories as he lands a solid left hand there. Will Nguema now be buoyed by the sight of the blood? Fischer wings in that right hand once again. This time he was slightly closer. Good jab from Fischer.
Just has to be careful, Fischer, because he was dangerous with the right hand.
Still a minute to go before Fischer can get back to the corner to get work on that left eye. At the moment, the blood seems to be streaming down the side of his face and not into the eye at the moment. Nguema trying to find some range with that jab, but seems to be beaten to the punch by Fischer. Fischer, better speed at this stage, just shy with that overhand right. Nguema trying to ride out the storm. Good right hand from Fischer, and a second one. He now is overcoming his setback.
Guilty of loading up too much, Johnny Fischer, and is tiring himself out.
Jimmy Tibbs in the corner has managed to stem the flow of blood at this stage from that left eye of Fischer's, which was cut from the head clash in the opening round. Good work to the body again from Fischer.
Something Mark Tibbs said in the corner, look positive with your body language. Because I think he's just, as I said, it's Enigma who's looking the more assertive, the more looking willing to engage, I think. Johnny boxing well now, though.
And and impressive in the way that he's trying to change the line of attack, going to the body with the right hand soon after landing one to the chin. Another right hand, but that was deflected by the left glove of Nguema, so it didn't carry the real power that was intended from Fischer. Nguema shaping himself at times as if he fancies the right hand over the top of that low-held left hand of Fischer's.
That's Nguema's danger punch. I think most of his knockouts have come from that right hand. Fischer has to be careful. Just there, just like that.
Fischer went to land.
Comes out.
His right hand, but then Nguema got there first. And the gum shield, as Andy was saying, is out. And that will give Johnny Fischer, at least, respite for the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds, we go to the scorecard. Referee Mark Bates scores it 59-55 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, the Rockford Bomb, Johnny Fischer!
And the tale of the tape, Jacobs, a couple of years older, turned 35 only last week. He's had the more fights, but John Ryder has been involved in more rounds. But how much will those figures matter tonight? How much is there left in Daniel Jacobs? How much can the hunger and desire of John Ryder hold sway? Sharp work with the southpaw jab for Jacobs. Beaten 3 times in his career, but at the very highest level by Golovkin, by Canelo Alvarez, and back in 2010 by Dmitry Pirog, as Ryder has success with the right hook for just about the first time in the contest, and Jacobs is urged forward by Rosier and the others in his corner. Right hand again from Jacobs, pinpoint right hand. Ryder takes it well, but it's a solid scoring shot. And when he himself isn't landing too many significant shots, it could be hugely influential for Jacobs.
Jacobs will be quite confident that he's the bigger puncher because he's happy to hold his feet. Maybe he's seen something that he's hurt Ryder somewhere, but he's happy to hold his feet in exchange with Ryder.
Gay Brasado's scorecard there at the foot of the screen. Level first round, but the second and third rounds going to Daniel Jacobs. Jacobs then on Gabe's card, leading by a couple of rounds at this stage. The jab of Jacobs has been so potent and so effective throughout his career. We saw signs of his talent and signs of his promise when he came over for an England versus USA international after the Olympics in 2004. It was towards the end of that year, and he beat Martin Murray on points up in Liverpool. Even then they were talking about him as the golden child, and that's the nickname he took into his professional career when he signed initially with Golden Boy Promotions and fought for the first time on the undercard of Ricky Hatton against Floyd Mayweather in Vegas. Sharp jab from Ryder after taking a right hand from Jacobs in that latest exchange.
You know, Mike, when this fight was made, it was a strange one, and you don't usually see a fighter still very much at the top of the game like Jacobs come all the way over here to England to fight somebody like John Ryder, who's never been a champion. And I questioned to myself, why would Jacobs take this fight? It's such a risky fight for him. He's at the top, still a massive name. And then I thought, well, maybe he thinks it's an easy paycheck. And so far, it's looking that way. Ryder needs to pick up his feet, pick up his hands, pick up his output. Good counter uppercut from Jacobs on the inside.
maybe the circumstances were the motivation for Jacobs. If the super middleweight division is to fall wide open, if Canelo Alvarez is to search for pastures new, then this being an eliminator is a huge opportunity for him to achieve that ambition of becoming a two-weight world champion. He spoke about it in virtually every interview he gave this week.
Said he wants to be a Hall of Famer.
Suddenly we have a fight as Andre Rosier in the Jacobs corner says you need a big round, get back on top, and so he switches to the southpaw stance. Will he be looking for that pinging overhand left? He does. But Ryder sees it coming and just sways away from that danger.
Ryder needs to build on that success now. Keep it going, keep the momentum going. Good
this is better from Ryder now.
And a good body shot.
Having drawn Jacobs into his kind of fight, he has to take advantage. Covers up well on the inside, Ryder.
When Jonathan needs to let his hands go. He can't just be content to stay in there and hold. He's in close, he's a short-range fight. Let your hands go.
On our card, Jacobs clear at halfway. Again, looking for that big looping overhand left from the southpaw stance.
It's a good 1-2 from Jacobs there.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Here are the totals. Judge Marcus McDonald scores it 115-113 for Jacobs. Mike Fitzgerald, 115-113 Ryder. And Sean Robert Lane scores it 115-113 for your winner by split decision. From Islington, London, England, John the Gorilla
John Ryder has done it. He's pulled back the deficit from halfway with the performance of his career and gradually wound down the resilience of the former middleweight champion, John Ryder. A special, special night in British boxing.